Hello and welcome to another edition of the Get Growing weekly work session with GetOiling. I'm Coach Ashley, joined today by founder of GetOiling, Greg Kilwine. Hey, Greg.
Hey everyone, really glad you're here today.
We sure are. We're also really excited that Julie and Colin have joined us today. Hey, guys.
Hi, everyone.
Hey doing, everybody?
And everyone who is joining us, head over into the chat. We're happy to see you too. It's exciting to see some familiar and new names here today. Glad to have you guys. If you are someone who is looking to simplify the way that you keep your customers and your audience in general engaged, educated, and curious about trying more Young Living products, you are in the right place. Because with Get Oiling, you have everything that you need to manage your business, to get the word out, to stay on top of your notes and your follow-up, your prospecting, and of course, your educational communication. And now with Get Oiling, you even have content. We are providing content that is done for you. It is simple. It's easy for you to go in and edit and modify or add to it if you like. And I'll show you how to do that here today. We are right now in the month of March, nearing the end of the month of March. And today we're going to be talking about done for you content for April. So we're excited to get into this. I did send out a link for you guys to the Get Oiling blog where we are posting all of this done for you stuff that we're doing, all the resources and the bundles that you can claim are going to live there in case you ever want to catch up and grab those, or if you want to watch the very first training in this series that walks through exactly how to claim and set up the funnel. I will be going through an abbreviated version of that here today. So if this is new to you, welcome. So excited for you to get started with this. What we're sharing with you today will work for every Get Oiling plan level. So no matter whether you're getting started with us for our $7 a month plans, maybe you're just getting your toes dipped in the water of the world of brand partnership, or you are someone who is committed to growth and you are using Get Oiling for your personal website, for your member area to take your groups off of Facebook and all kinds of other great stuff you can do with us, you'll be able to use this just the same. So our team is going to pop out of video and come back to join you after we've gone through our show and tell and sharing. I want to again welcome you guys. We are just so thrilled to have you here today and to be a part of your journey making a difference in the lives of people in your community and your family and around the world with oils. So again, welcome. Head over into the chat. Let us know where you're coming in from and say hello. And be sure to join us in our Facebook group as well. We do have an awesome community of brand partners from all over the world. Get Oiling works wherever you are. And of course, we'll talk today about how you can make this content work for you in case you need to make it different, right? If you need to modify it for your purposes. So today we are getting into some done for you content. These are weekly wellness tips. I'm going to show you how to plug these in and share them if you already have the Tip Tuesday funnel. And if you don't, I'll show you how you can access that as well. So today we will get into the Tip Tuesday funnel. We'll talk about how this funnel works to nurture leads and to educate your customers. We will also talk about how you can apply and manage the campaign for this funnel every month, and including how you're going to get this updated this month to stay consistent without a lot of extra effort. This truly is something that you can take and plug right in, and you don't have to worry about going and creating images or writing new copy. All of these tips are compliant and broadly applicable, and are typically going to be something that is seasonal. Of course, well, in the Northern Hemisphere, you may want to adjust these depending on where you live, of course, depending on your market. And of course, we'll talk about how to use this system to gently introduce Young Living without a hard sell. And we'll get into live help and Q&A as always. That's what these calls are for. I'm going to share with you some great tips today. I'm going to share some content with you. But if you are here looking for help, this is a work session. If you would like to work together on today's call, we welcome you to go ahead and make that request here. You can pop into the Q&A with your questions, or if you want to review something, perhaps on your custom website, or you're just getting started or have questions about getting started with us, feel free, don't be shy. These calls are for you, for us to work live here together. So add those questions to the Q&A. If you're watching this as a replay, I hope you'll join us on a future live call. GetOiling.com/weekly work session is where you can go to sign up for updates and to join us on a future call on Thursdays at noon US Eastern Time. And if you'd like to work together on a call like this one, if you'd like to actually set aside dedicated time for a project that you're working on that you want some hands-on help with, you can do that. Every week on these calls, we dedicate the second half of the call to this very thing. So getoiling.com/website review is where you can go. And of course, if you're here today and you need some support, go ahead and let us know, and we will get to you after we get through today's content. And finally, if you would like for someone to just take the work off your hands, we can do that too. We've got incredibly qualified, talented people on our team who can help you succeed. GetOiling.com/concierge is where you can go and let us know about what you have in mind, and our team can get you a no obligation quote. All right, so let's talk about the Tip Tuesday funnel and how it helps you grow. Now, first things first, could you maybe just let me know in the chat, say I have it, if you have already gotten access to the Tip Tuesday funnel. We started this in last month, right? So we gave you content for March. So do you have it? Are you using it? What is that looking like for you? Let's talk about this. Of course, for those of you who have it, then you know what's up. If you don't, let's get into this. So most leads, right, that you want to introduce Young Living to aren't always ready to buy immediately, right? That could be because we are getting better. We're personally improving on the way that we share, the way that we communicate, our ability to ask great questions that reveal problems that products can solve, right? But it could just be that somebody wasn't ready. Maybe it was money, maybe it was timing, whatever that looks like. You don't want to drop the ball and lose that lead forever. Most people are eventually a yes, but in order for them to become a yes, we need to nurture. And so what this funnel does is it helps you to educate and expose on an ongoing basis product and product uses and tips that keep you top of mind and, of course, keep folks exposed to Young Living. Now, your customers as well also need some guidance on their wellness journey, right? I know that some of us have larger teams and we can't necessarily sit down for 30 minutes every month with every single member, hundreds and hundreds of people or thousands of people on your team. We need a way to feed them with information, right? And so this does that for you as well. I would actually argue that this is even better for you to give your customers, right? So this is great for customers who need some guidance on their wellness journey. It provides small, actionable steps, seasonally relevant tips and information. And of course, these things, again, are pretty neutral and broadly applicable. So you're going to be able to send this out to basically everyone, right? This also gives you an opportunity to build consistent touch points. You're showing up in their inbox every week on Tuesday, building trust and engagement. They're beginning to associate you, your name in their inbox with tips that are valuable to them, that pertain to things that they're interested in. And when they are ready, they will move forward with you, right? And here, of course, we're able to introduce Young Living products in a way that is natural, right? We're not doing this in a way that is promotional. It's contextual to problems, right, that are arising in a particular time of year, for instance, or maybe there are seasonal use cases, things that we might want to consider focusing on depending on the time of year that it is. And of course, presenting products as a way to achieve those goals, solve those problems, act on those tips. That is going to make this feel much less promotional, much more natural, and to help people grow in their trust of you and, of course, their openness to purchasing moving forward. Now, let's talk a little bit about how this works. First things first, a lead is going to opt in on the landing page. Okay, looks just like this. This is the bottom part of the landing page that you receive when you claim the Tip Tuesday funnel. You've got the landing page here that's going to offer them your weekly wellness tips that they'll receive every week on Tuesdays. And then there is a pop-up message, right? And this is going to set expectation, let them know, hey, every Tuesday I'm going to send you a tip. And so these are designed to fit into your everyday life. You're going to get practical wellness advice, simple tips to use right away, and spotlights on natural products. And these are easy to implement. And we're also, of course, encouraging them to hit reply, because this isn't something that is just designed to talk at someone. It's designed to get someone to respond and to engage with you in conversation toward their next order, whether it be their first or their next one if they're already a customer. Now, when they opt in, they're not going to get an email right away. what's going to happen is they are going to begin receiving emails the following Tuesday. See, the campaign that we have, and you're getting a new one this month that you'll use for April. Excuse me. The campaign is date based, and that means that if they sign up midway through the month, they're only going to receive the next 2 Tuesdays worth of content. If they sign up the previous month, they will get all of the following month's Tuesday content if we swap out the campaign and, of course, apply it to these contacts. Now, on the last week of each month, meaning following the last Tuesday of each month, you're going to go in and update the campaign, right? We're going to swap out, in this case today, we're going to swap out March for April. And you'll do that every month. And it just takes a few minutes. It's really quick and easy. All right. So we'll talk about managing this, and I will walk you through all of these steps as well, including how to get access to the original bundle so that you can get your funnel if you don't have it already. So the last week of every month, here's what we're going to do. And of course, right now it is the 20th. And this is not the last week of the month. You will need to not do this today, right? Don't actually follow along with these exact steps today. I want you to be confident and prepared to do this next week, right? I just want to make sure that you have enough time to make any changes if you would like to before you implement this next month, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take last month's campaign and swap it out with this one after we claim the resource bundle, right? So we're going to swap it out on that landing page. And that means that from that day forward, so I would do this if today is the 20th, a Thursday in March, on maybe next Wednesday, the 26th, I want you to go in and swap out the March campaign on your landing page for April, right? And then what we will do after that is, let's filter, excuse me, sorry. We will filter our leads or our contacts for the weekly wellness tips tag and then apply April's campaign to those contacts. So these would be the people who have already signed up previously. They have this tag or whatever tag you're using on your landing page, and we're going to apply the new campaign to them. And I promise you, again, this just takes like 2 minutes. Really simple if you don't need to make any edits to the campaign, that is. So let's talk a little bit about the content that I've provided for you here for April of 2025. The first week is all about identifying stress triggers. Here we're going to talk about how stress impacts the body before we even realize it, the benefits of tracking stress patterns to improve awareness, and we will feature products like the Stress Away Roll-On and Grounding Essential Oil. We will also use diffusing stress as a topic. That's our second week. We're going to show how scent influences emotions and stress responses and share some aromatherapy techniques for creating a calm environment. We'll talk about lavender, bergamot, and cedarwood oils in week 2. Week 3 of April, we'll talk about relaxation on the go with quick stress relief techniques for busy days and how breath work and aromatherapy can work together for instant calm. And here we'll talk about tranquil and deep relief roll-on products. And then finally, in week 4, we'll talk about evening relaxation rituals. And here we'll talk about how evening habits impact sleep quality, stress recovery, and share how simple nighttime routines help to signal the body that it's time to rest. And here we talk about peace and calming essential oil and one of my personal favorites, deep night essence. Right? So we have that. And then finally, because April has 5 Tuesdays, week 5 is all about reflect and reset. This is going to be about the importance of reflecting on what's working in your stress management routine, how mindfulness and intentional habit changes reduce stress long term. And we talk about frankincense and sacred sandalwood. Right? So over the course of the 5 Tuesdays in April, we are introducing a wide range of products, whether those be supplements or oils, and it's also a wide range of price points, right? And these are all tips that are applicable and they can utilize oils to increase the efficacy of the tips that are shared, right? So these aren't purely promotional. These really are something that adds value to their daily life, shows them how to do something that matters, and then, of course, positions oils or whatever the product is that we're recommending as a way to get that benefit or to improve their journey to get that benefit, right? So let's talk about our best practices here. The landing page for this funnel is what you're sharing, right? That's the page where you are offering your regular Tuesday tips where they can put in their name and email. And we want to remind our customers about these, right? You will want to encourage, maybe if you sign a new customer up, go ahead and get them opted into this. Your existing customers, let them opt into this. Don't assume that they want it. We do want to be able to give people a choice. If you want people to tune you out, don't listen to them, right? But we want to listen to our people. So we're going to ask, right? So you can send out an invitation and say, hey, I would love to invite you to take advantage of these tips that I'm releasing every week. If you would like access to them, you can go over here and put in your name and email, right? So that's a simple thing that you can do. You can send that out to your existing customers. Then we want to engage with anyone, of course, who responds to this campaign. So we do have that pop-up question about their wellness goals. When they click, it should take them over to your website where there will be a pop-up contact form, just in case somebody would like to send a question to you that way. And in the event that they reply to an email, of course, this is very simple as well. You just reply and begin and carry on that conversation with them. You want to make sure that you are staying consistent with your promotion of this funnel and, of course, with your updating of it, because your audience is going to grow to expect and ultimately appreciate and act on these weekly insights and recommendations. And then, of course, we want to make sure that our links are correct. We do have built-in links that should be good to go for you. But that is specifically for the US market. So I will be showing you here on the call today how you can make some modifications to maybe grab the link in your market if you need to make modifications. And again, we're just going to do this for, I think the maximum number is 3 products on a single email. There's 5 emails total, and we got over a week to get this done before we need to send it out. All right. So again, just want to make sure that you've got access to this in time. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to claim and personalize our landing page if we have not done so already, and start sharing that landing page link with our leads and customers. We're going to plan to swap out the campaign after the last Tuesday of each month. And then make sure that you are tuned in to the weekly work session. Join us on these upcoming calls. Every month, we are providing new Tip Tuesday topics and reminders to update your campaign. And of course, the more consistently you share and update this funnel, the more leads and customers you'll nurture toward getting started, or of course, finding that hero product and sticking with you and Young Living forever. All right, so let's go and take a look at this live. I'm excited to share this stuff with you. First things first, let's go take a look at the blog post where you're going to find all of this information, including how to get started if this is your first introduction to the Tip Tuesday resources. So here's the blog post here that Greg has just shared in the chat. And of course, we'll have this in the description on YouTube when we upload this there. But here you go. This is your April 2025 weekly wellness tips. And of course, if you have not set up your system yet, you can get the resources, by clicking right here, right? And this is actually going to take you to the one that we published last month that walks through the entirety of the funnel and how it works. And it also allows you to grab the landing page resource bundle from right here, right? So you can actually click here, and it's going to take you right here to this Tip Tuesday weekly wellness tips landing page as a resource. So you're just going to click here, click claim bundle, and then you'll be able to claim that right into your account. All right. So here we have, again, if you have not done this yet, do this first. And what that's going to look like is, like I just showed you, you are then only going to have a landing page in your account. Now, the next thing that you're going to need to do, and this is for everyone now, because once you have the landing page, you're good to go. Then we need to come over here to where we have April. And of course, you can learn about what's included here. I have actually written out what you are going to be sharing if you would like to kind of plan what this, what kind of changes you might wish to make here. And of course, you can click to access the resource bundle here. So that's our first step, is to download and access this resource bundle. So you're just simply going to click here and click claim. And forgive me real quick, I'm actually not signed into the Jane account. I need to make sure that I am. So I'm going to do that here real quick and then resume sharing. Okay, good to go. All right, so back here, I've got my Tip Tuesday landing page. Here's my April. All right, so I'm going to access the April resource bundle. I'm going to go ahead and claim that. You can see it's called Tip Tuesday, April 2025, and this is a campaign. So I'm going to claim this, and you can see that it's now in my account. Now, real quick, let me actually show you where you can find your landing page inside of GetOiling if you've claimed this already. You're going to go to landing pages, and I just want you to type in the word tip. And you can see that Tip Tuesday is right here. Of course, again, if you have already claimed this. Now, if you want to make modifications, you certainly can. You can change what it says here. Many of you might choose to keep this exactly as is. And then over here under settings, you can see that the tag is called Weekly Wellness Tips. That is the tag we're going to be using to search for people who have said yes to this. Now, when you have your April campaign claimed and any edits or modifications that you have made have been done, and it is after the final Tuesday of the month. And so again, right now we're doing this a bit early. You're going to want to do this after next Tuesday. What you'll do is you'll go right here and you will type in April and you will see Tip Tuesday, April 2025. You'll go in and you will save this. And now what this means is that everybody who opts in moving forward is going to get access to all of the emails that you'll be sending out in April. Now, there is one final step that we need to take after we update our landing page, and that is to go right over here to the dashboard. I'm going to filter my contacts and send them and schedule a series of emails. That's a campaign right here. And then I'm going to choose my tag, and that's my weekly wellness tips. And then I'm going to go find that April campaign, and I'm going to send it. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like to edit. Sorry, not to edit, but to get this sent out, right? If you want to update your system, make sure, set a reminder for yourself. Next week, you are going to filter for your people who said yes back in March, right? Or in February when we first started promoting this. And you're going to apply this campaign to those people with that tag. And that tag, if you're ever confused or wondering what is the tag I need to filter for, to find my people that said yes to this, again, just go back here to your landing page and you can see in the settings, weekly wellness tips is what I'm using. So this is whatever you have right here is what you want to search for when you apply the campaign for the following month, right? And of course, you do want to make sure that it is attached here so that everyone that you share this landing page with moving forward, and here, let me show you how you share it right here where it says Tip Tuesday Weekly Wellness Tips. Right under here, you can go copy link. And then I can go and send that out to whomever I choose. So I can go back to my dashboard here and I can say, you know what, I want to invite my existing customers who are not on the weekly wellness tips, campaign. Actually, I'm going to go to my contact list here and do something a bit more advanced. I'm going to go to filters and I'm going to find my customers. So my contact type is my product customer, and I'm going to exclude the weekly wellness tips tag, right? So this is everyone who is my customer who is not currently on that list. I'm going to filter for them. I'm going to go to actions. I'm going to go to mail, and then I'm going to say get my weekly wellness tips, and then I'll say hi and use their name. Did you know I've created a weekly series where I share tips each Tuesday to help you level up your wellness? Want in? It's easy to access. Head over here now to register and get my weekly tips. Okay, and so I'll say talk soon. And then there's Jane. So I'm going to say head over here now. And I'm going to turn this into a link. And I'll paste that link to my landing page right here. Click insert. and I'll send that off to my contacts. Pretty cool, right? So I can send that off and invite my customers. And when they say yes, they will then have that weekly wellness tips tag because they will go to that landing page, this one right here. They will put in their name and email. And they will sign up. They'll get this little notification here. They can actually click off here. I still need to address this. This should open in a new tab, and I'm not understanding why this is working. And this is something I think Greg, Colin, Julie, somebody please. I need to fix this. But this should send them to a pop-up. When they hit continue, it's going to send them off to the homepage of your website. And then, of course, they will be able to start receiving those weekly emails. So what if you want to edit this campaign? Let's talk about that here real quick. So I'm going to go over here to campaigns, and I'm going to type in April. I'll go here to edit messages, and you can actually see the subject line for each of the messages that we are sending. Again, there are 5 Tuesdays in April, and you can see that this is date-based. So this is going to begin sending on March 31st, and that is because the first Tuesday of April is the 1st, right? So that's day 1. And then every subsequent Tuesday of the month, it is going to send a new message. So let's take a look at what's in it. So all of these are formatted the same. You've got a subject line, you've got a little bit of a header, and then we are maybe introducing the topic that we'll be talking about in this email. That is, we're introducing what we're talking about in April, and then we are engaging them with their first name. Did you know? Here's a tip, right? So here's a bit of information. So your body reacts to stress before you're even aware of it. Tight shoulders, shallow breathing, disrupted sleep are all signs of stress creeping in. Over time, chronic stress can drain your energy and impact overall well-being. And so our tip today is to start a stress journal for a week. Whenever you feel anxious, take note of what triggered it and how you reacted. And we're telling them that recognizing patterns is the first step in managing stress effectively. Now, how can they use this tip? We encourage them to take the Stress Away roll-on in their bag and have it at their desk, in their car, wherever they might get stressed out. When tension arises, we roll it onto our wrist, take a few deep breaths. You could also use the grounding essential oil blend in a diffuser during reflection time to help center your emotions and create a calming atmosphere. Then we tell them why we love it, right? So why do we love Stress Away? We share it here. Why do we love grounding? And then we ask a question. What's something small you do to relax when stress hits? Reply and let me know. And we're sending them off. Now, of course, if you want to make modifications to this, if you want it to sound more like you, if you want to share your own anecdotes about why you love Stress Away or why you love grounding, or if you want to change what's being recommended here entirely, you get to do that because this is now in your account. Now, let me show you though, if you are going to make changes to the links that you are supplying here, really important that you understand this cool feature in GetOiling called the leaf link. If you click this little more miscellaneous tab here and you click this leaf, that's why I call it a leaf link, insert YL link with my member number. When you click here, all you need to do is go to Young Living and paste the URL to the product. And so when you signed up for GetOiling, you put in your Young Living member number, right? So, and of course you have your market selected. So when you put in your Young Living member number, our system then became capable of creating custom links, right? So I'll show you an example. Let's go over to Young Living, and I'm going to go to US. That's where I am. And actually, this is remembering a little something different there. So let's go to Ningxia Red. So if I go and so you can see I'm in the market that I want to be in. Now, if you are in a different market, or if you are translating this to a different language, you may choose what that looks like, right, from the link here. So I'm going to go to Globe, and maybe you are in Canada, you're an English speaker in Canada. Then what you might do here is type in Ningxia Red. And here's our 2-pack. We'll select that. And I'm going to go up here and I'm going to copy this link. And then I'm going to come back over here to my message. I'm going to paste that in right here. And this is how, and this is not cute, by the way, what you see right here, to be fair. And also it's not correct because it's not grounding, it's Ningxia. But you can see right here, this actually supplies a unique link that when somebody clicks this, if you are a Canadian member, somebody clicks this, it's going to populate your sponsor and enroller information so that that person becomes your customer. They purchase this from you. And so all you have to do here, if let's just say, for instance, you want to talk about Ningxia Red somewhere here in this email, you're going to use the leaf link to create your link here. Or of course, you can replace these because these are coded for US. You can change these to your market, or again, you could change the product entirely if you wish. You're just going to go over here, click this very not cute link here, large not cute link. We're going to go to edit. And then under text, I'm just going to put Ningxia Red. I'm going to have that open up in a new tab. And I'm going to click update. And now it just looks like this, right? And then you can say whatever else you need to say. So what I want you to do, if you are in a market outside the US, take a little bit of time this week and make some modifications to the campaign so that it is reflecting the correct market if you wish. And of course, if you want to change the product entirely, you can do that as well. And all you have here are just these 5 emails, right? So it's really mostly done for you. It's just a matter of swapping out a link or, of course, personalizing if you choose. So let me see if we have any questions here that we can cover for you guys. Excited to see if there's a way for us to help you here today. And do please make sure that the questions go into the Q&A because it is hard to keep up with what is in the chat. It can get very, very busy. All right, so is there a web page that shows the pricing for website design hours? So there is not, and it's typically because if you want a website, for some people, that means a pretty simple one-page project. For other people, that could be 10 or more pages, right? Or a one-page project could have 5 sections for one person or 25 with different animations and branding features and things like that for another. So it's kind of like the difference between, like how much does a house cost? It really depends on the finishes and the design and what type of specifications are needed. But the concierge calls, if you set one up with our team, they are no obligation, right? So you can have a call, you can, discuss what your interests are, and of course they'll discuss pricing with you. They are highly competitive on pricing, very, very reasonable. And of course, if you've gotten any work done by our team, you guys let folks know in the comments how much you love it. But if you decide not to move forward, we're all still friends. So highly recommend that you just maybe hop on a conversation with the team and they can give you an idea of what that looks like. Okay, Annalise says, where can I find info on how to get people to my site to sign up for info? This call is ahead of where I'm at. Well, actually, Annalise, this is exactly where you need to be because generally speaking, what you want as someone who is a brand partner is people who are curious about what you do, and you need a way to be able to engage them on an ongoing basis, get them more curious. And of course, for your customers, you need a way for them to learn more ways to use the products that they might already love or be open to trying more of, right? And so if you create, or not create, rather, claim the landing page, this is basically exactly what you want to be doing. Getting people to your site and getting them to sign up on your site is this, right? So I would be out there in the world promoting your weekly wellness tips. When you meet somebody, say, hey, I am a wellness advocate and I actually share tips every Tuesday on how to improve your health and well-being. And they're really simple and easy to apply, and I even recommend products that work well to help you get it done. Is that something you'd be interested in? They say yes, and you sign them up on this page right here. And now they are signed up on your website. So this really is, I think, the simplest path to get that done. There are certainly far more custom ways to do that, but I highly recommend starting with something that's pre-made like this, that's kind of figured out for you, so that you can start to understand the structure of all of this and the mechanisms of how you can put this stuff to work for your business. And feel free, if you have any questions or want to talk through any of this, just pop your hand up and I'll bring you out to chat here on the call. More than happy to do that. So if your site, you said your site needs to be finished, then drive traffic. So here's another interesting thing. Not sure if you know about this, but actually under Customize My Site, you can see that there are a number of built-in campaigns that are not built-in campaigns, built-in themes that you can utilize here. And here, let me find. We have lots of built-in themes that are included. Of course, you can add all kinds of pages to your website, but you can actually build in use of the actual GetOiling themes and not worry about having your customized website finished yet. And that still provides you with a sharing tool. So that's where people would be pointed after they opt in. So that is an option. That's progress over perfection. So that's actually where I would start, is to use a built-in theme, use one of these landing pages. And then of course, you could either reach out to our team or you could check out some of our page design trainings on how to customize your personal website. Okay, Allison says, I think you mentioned this when you first showed this to us for March, but is there a reason why there's nothing in the text section? Should we copy the same message in there? I know it says email preferred if they don't or have email opted out, but it looks like something you need to click on for the text if it's blank. So this is set up for email because the length of these are email. The fact is well, a couple of things. Number one, a lot of us don't use text, but a lot of us do. If you are using text, it's typically going to be more effective with images. And we have content providers who are professional image creators and like marketing image creators who you can purchase that type of content from. If you're using this campaign that I'm providing to you, you can use it via text. It's simply going to go out to them with the first couple of sentences, right? Or like the title, and then it's going to say, click here to read more. And that's going to take them in their device, in their phone. They're going to receive that text. When they click, it's going to open up a page. It's almost like a temporary page on your website that just displays the contents of that email. And if you would like for this to be something that is sent out via text, you do have a couple of options. So let's go take a look at that real quick. If text is something that you want to use this for, there are two options that you have. The first one is going to be, and you're going to want to go into your campaign, and let me go to April. And this would be something that you just maybe engage in on a monthly basis, right? So if we type in April here to find our campaign, we can use a text in campaign for this, right? So in that case, you would go to your settings, and this is email preferred. You could change this to text only if you want this to only be text. You will have to require text and maybe even remove email from the landing page options. But I like to use email preferred here. And that is because when people are signing up, they are signing up for email. If you would like to duplicate what we're doing here and create a text only option, you absolutely can do that. You would change this to text only, and then you would just have to require their phone number. Or here's a really cool thing you can do right here under text in keywords. You could use the text in keyword. Let's see, we could say the text in keyword here is Tip Tuesday, maybe all one word. Or maybe just Tuesday. We'll keep it simple. Text the word Tuesday to your GetOiling number, and then they will receive this campaign, right? You will have to make sure that you go and you add this text and keyword to subsequent months as well, and then filter for the people with the keyword Tuesday, that tag Tuesday. And those would be phone numbers with the tag Tuesday, and then you would apply that next campaign set up to send via text. Right? So again, if you're wanting to use this via text and exclusively via text, I would make some modifications to the landing page itself. And what that would look like is going over here. And let me type in tip here again. Okay, so here under settings, we are showing phone. We're not requiring phone. So if you are wanting to go text exclusive, remove email. Don't show email. Require phone and show phone, if that is what you really want to do. I'll tell you why I have this set up the way that I do. And I think this is really important for us to understand. I know that a lot of folks do engage with text. And there is, I think, a very typically broad misconception that people don't engage with email. It's not true. Like the email still is absolute king, top of the heap where it comes to constant contact and communication with people on a lead list that can convert to sales for you. It's also where you're going to be delivering the richest volume of content to build trust. And it's also the space where people are the least fickle. People opt out of text messages, even if they like receiving them, because they don't want them anymore. You'll keep someone on an email list easily 6 times longer than you will keep them on a text list, no matter what you're sending them, right? It is beneficial to your business to have a dedicated email list. Can you use this via text? Yes. I am encouraging you to use this via email because it is good for your business for the long term. If people like what they're getting, they will open your emails. They will visit their inbox. They will open your emails. If you are absolutely determined to not take that route, you do absolutely have options with GetOiling to send only via text, and of course, to require text when people opt in. But yeah, I don't have the campaign set up for both because I don't want it to send to both because that can actually be redundant. If someone puts their email and their phone number in there, and if it's sending via email and or text, they're going to get double the message. And we don't want that. All right, should the older campaign of March be removed from the contacts? You can, absolutely, only after next Tuesday, if it's currently on them, because we want them to receive next Tuesday's email. I think that removing the March campaign from them is not necessary, but it is cleaner, right? So if somebody goes to manage their subscriptions from you, they'll see every campaign that they are added to, even if that campaign was from 5 years ago. So if you want to go ahead and add that step in here, it will be a visually cleaner experience when they're going to manage whatever it is that they're receiving from you. So it doesn't take very long to do it. You certainly could, but it's not something that you have to do. Yeah, so Annalie, reaching out to the team, that's actually what I had just demonstrated when I went to filter my contacts. So if I go over here to, I'm going to go to my dashboard. I'm going to my contacts. Now this assumes that you have uploaded your VO file, right? If you have uploaded your VO file, and we do have several articles and videos that walk through how to do this, then your contact type product customer are going to be your Young Living customers, right? So if you want to invite all of these people who are your customers to join this, to get access to these tips, you're filtering your contacts, and then you are going to actions, and you're sending a message. So we're going to mail, and this was where I wrote that message. Hey, if you'd like to get my tips, go over here, and I'm sending them the link to that landing page, right? So that's how you reach out to your team. You could choose to send this out via a text if that's something that you would typically do with your team. Here we can go text, and I can send them the link this way as well, if that's what you prefer. And again, what I would be putting into either of these messages is the link to that landing page so that they can go say yes to getting those tips from you. Okay, Stacy says, how do I find where to edit a link that is not working on the message that follows sign up? Yeah, the click here. Stacy, that's actually what I was just trying to troubleshoot. The pop-up, for some reason, the contact pop-up is not happening. And it could be that there's already a pop-up there, but because the URL is supposed to open in a new tab, for some reason that's not working. And that's something that we need to investigate, I think, on our end. So if I go over here, I'll show you where you can change it. If you want to change this, let me show you where you could go. You could just forego it entirely and maybe just include your email address. I'm in my landing pages. I'm going to type in tip to find that Tip Tuesday funnel or landing page. And under settings, this is the show this message after registration. And that is what all of this is here. Now, if you are GetOiling Basic, Premium Pro, or higher plan member, you could forego this here and send them to a custom page, right? You could send them to a confirmation page that says whatever you want them to, right? This is actually set up the way that this show this message after registration. The reason why I have this here is that I wanted to make sure that this is something that is usable for all plan levels in GetOiling. If you have a plan that allows custom web pages, I would actually encourage you to take a message like this and go put it onto a custom page and have that be the confirmation page that you're sending them to. That would be sort of the level up from here, right? So if you are someone who customizes what you do, then I would definitely recommend that. But yeah, right here where it says click here, I do have this. Oh, let me try this. Did I not save that? Open a new tab. I think I did that on the original, but maybe not this one. So let's go test this and see if that's helping. So you may want to have it say open in a new tab. Voila. Yeah. So what I would have you do is right over here under settings, click here. I'm going to go and if you claim the one that's actually on that, if you claim the resource bundle today, you're going to get the correct version of this. Otherwise, what I want you to do is to go to here and go to my underscore website in brackets, and it says hashtag contact. So put that in the URL field, click, put open in a new tab, click update, and done. Save. And let's try this one more time. And this should work just fine. Voila. Yeah. So this is now going to take them to your website where the contact field pops up. There we go. Okay, let me see. Can you put verbiage in the landing page to put in phone number for text or email for getting it via email? So what I would do to that end, if you want to modify how this is shared, Stacy, like if you want to say, for instance, if you want to maybe change, if you don't want to just send this via email, but you want to offer this via text as well, what you could do is on our landing page, let's go down here to the call to action, right next to where they're filling out their information. We're going to say sign up now, and then we'll say want to receive these messages via text. And here we would say include your phone number below, right? Or you could say text Tuesday to, and then you would put in your phone number. So that is, I'm going to say my underscore phone, and I'm going to save that and view it, and you can actually see what that looks like here. Right, so your phone number would show up here. So that's another option that you have here as well, just back to your question and what Allison had mentioned previously. Oh, Annalie, yeah, if you want to chat with our team, there are lots of opportunities for that. You could reach out to us. We're support at getoiling.com. We have these live calls. We also have, let me get into my share here and show you all of the different awesome options you have, whatever works best for you. So if you come over here to the Success Academy inside of GetOiling, get help from a real person. We have group help calls that our teammate Pam hosts, and these are very small group and very hands-on. You can work together on one of these calls, right? So if you have a project that you're working on and you'd like to join on Thursday at noon US Eastern time, that would be about 12:30. So that's about, halfway through the call is when we would typically pick up if someone books dedicated time on a Thursday. We have a Facebook group where you can ask questions. And then, of course, you could always send a message to support. And if you guys are interested in hiring the concierge team, you can click there to learn more as well. So short answer is support at getoiling.com. We've got a highly responsive team, many of whom are on this call here today. And of course, there's all of these other options here as well. Okay, Allison, unrelated question. When you had us go customize my site, I did the exact same thing, and I don't have an image under site icon, favicon. Can you explain how this works? Why I'd want one? I have a logo, use the same one. Yeah, so a favicon, and let's just pop over here and you can see the difference. Jane has a custom favicon. You see this little white square with the two J's, the little leaf, and then we've got this little drop here. Now, if you don't have a custom favicon, it is quite likely that you're going to have a little dot, right? Or this little drop, just like GetOiling does. Young Living has one as well. You can see their logo here. So a favicon is just an additional way to brand, customize the branding of your business, of your website. It should be similar to your logo, but not necessarily the same because it is square. And if you want to change that, it's under Customize My Site right here. And you can actually see, this is the favicon that I'm using. And this is the larger logo. And that logo is something that you're going to be able to see on the built-in themes. So if I go to view link here, you can see that this is a built-in theme. It's actually not a great example. Let me see if I've got another one here. Yeah, here's the babies one. So you can actually see it's branded to Jane here. And of course, you know, this is the built-in theme in GetOiling, but it looks like it's totally hers, right? It's got her photo, it's got her story. And this is what you can do with GetOiling at any plan level to utilize compliant, built-in, ready to go, curiosity driving websites like this to be able to share Young Living and connect people with product. So a favicon is just going to take you one little step further in better branding yourself. All right, Donna Kay, for some reason or another, I didn't get the text or email to sign up for today's class. I entered via last week's, but I don't have access to the downloads for this week. Okay, so Donna, there is a link that Greg has actually just recently put in the chat. If you could click that right there, it's going to take you to exactly what you need to move forward. And it's actually for everyone's ongoing benefit. These are posted on the blog, right? So every one of these weekly wellness tip updates will be on the blog with GetOiling, and it'll be posted the second to last Thursday of every month ongoing. All right. And you'll actually be able to see there are tags here that are on all of them. It's done for you content, Tip Tuesday, weekly wellness tip content. Any of these are actually going to take you to the all of the different posts that offer this for you. So you can actually see here, we've got the one for March, and we've got the one here for April. So that is GetOiling's blog, and you'll be able to find them all there. Okay, did you teach us how to create a favicon in the icon workshop? So in the icon, become an icon, we did not do much in the way of design, but we absolutely have talked about icons in the just in different branding trainings that we've done here. And actually there's an older one that I was just speaking to someone about yesterday that is just as relevant 4 years ago as it is today. So if I type in branding under live training and replays in the Success Academy, literally this guy right here, 4 years ago, still relevant. And this is going to get you access to everything that you need. But essentially what you're looking to do here is when we go into Canva, come on Canva, I don't want all that. Let me make sure I'm in the right account here. What you're going to do to create a favicon is essentially use something that's really similar to the logo that you already use. I would go to create a design, and I would create, it needs to be square, and a logo is 500 by 500. That is square. That's a fine place to start. And then you're going to use the same text and the same colors, right? The same font, same colors, and same types of images and stuff that you might use in your logo. So if I go to the brand here, here's the logos that I have for an iteration of Jane. This would be what I would use as a favicon, right? Because her logo is utilizing this same image and this same color scheme, right? So this is what I would create if her logo looked like this, right? So that's essentially what you're looking for, is whatever elements that you are using in your logo, like this, use the same colors, use the same fonts if you're using them, but make them square, right? And this just kind of gives, again, just like GetOiling, we don't have GetOiling written here. You see the little drop. We're just using the drop. But if you go to getoiling.com, you can see that our logo has that drop, right? So it's an association visually that we're making. So it's just a really, really simple way to kind of tie all of that back together. Let's see, if I delete a photo from the images in the content library, will it delete from my site or my campaigns, excuse me, if it's being used or elsewhere? That's a good question. I don't know that it necessarily does, or it doesn't right away anyway. Um, Greg, can you speak to that? If you have maybe you're cleaning up your maybe you are using this new feature to put our images into collections and you're seeing a bunch of duplicates. Maybe you're concerned about deleting something that you're actually using on a page. Um, what does that look like? If you delete a bunch of duplicates, like how do you know you're not deleting one that's like on a page, or does it go away
It,
forever?
it doesn't actually like delete them off of the server and where it's hosted and all that. So if you have it in use somewhere else, it'll continue to be fine.
Okay, good.
It just removes it out of your library. Yeah, so you won't have a bunch of broken images wherever, because yeah, that could be hard to track down.
Yeah. So we are still technically hosting it for you, even if you uploaded it 75 times, but you get to lose the visual clutter. So you can use it exactly where you want it. Excellent. And by the way, for those of you who weren't here for that, just a real quick reminder, if you go to your dashboard and you come down here to your content library under your images, oops, under your images, you can now save these into collections. So if I wanted to just put my logos and maybe images that I'm using like buttons into a collection, I can do that and there they are, right? So those are maybe the icons for different social. There's a logo. Maybe I want to put all of my member area content into a collection. I can do that as well. And maybe I just got started on it. And maybe I want to find the things that still need to be added to collections. I can do that here too, right? And again, if you have duplicates, you are able to go in and delete those as well. So highly recommend you maybe take a little bit of time sometime soon, get that kind of cleaned up. This is going to help you a lot when you are customizing areas of your website, adding new photos that are maybe already uploaded to your website. It'll be easier to find them. It'll take less time for them to populate as you scroll to try to select something that you might have added, a year or more ago. All right. Any other questions? I'm really excited to see what you guys do with this. And of course, if you have requests for modifications or ways that we go about using this, feel free, please, to shoot those our way. We are purposefully keeping this very simple so that it's easy for you to modify, make your own, add to what you're already doing, and of course, adjust to your market if necessary. But if you have a request, feel free, shoot that into us. And if you're looking for something that is a bit more beautiful, a bit more involved, a bit more intricate, we do have professional content creators that you can find on our website who create content just for GetOiling users. Those are going to come at an additional cost per month. I believe everybody here who has used those creators can fully say confidently that it's worth it because their stuff is really good. But if you are looking for something that is simple and easy to plug in to just cover your bases, we have you covered here in GetOiling. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying this. All right. Yeah, Bonnie, if you want to get back to the basics, I do think that that getting yourself set up with this funnel and promoting, getting people engaged with these tips is a really great place to start, right? So everybody with GetOiling should be utilizing the built-in themes, whether you're creating leg builder links for them, which we talked about on last week's call, or you are using it as your dedicated homepage for your website. It's a simple way to get you started. Out of the gate, you're ready to go. You don't have to wait to design a website. You've got something that's professional. You can put your photo, your story there, and you're ready to start sharing. And then you can level it up with these Tip Tuesday emails promoting that, and maybe start adding events from there, right? Start hosting events and sharing those on your website. It's a really simple path. Moving forward, you don't have to dive straight into heavy website customization. Honestly, websites are really a punctuation to what it is that you do, right? Using your GetOiling contact manager and the basic built-in features are a phenomenal way to get you started right. And then when you're ready to start moving into things that are a bit more advanced, you'll have the confidence to do so because you know exactly what you need, right? If this is all new to you, start with the basics. Please. It will make your life so much easier and you'll have a much easier time getting yourself acclimated to using tech to work smarter. All right, Jackie says, how do we create a collection to add images to? Good question. Here, let's go take a look. All you have to do is go over here and click Add Collection. You give it a name. Maybe this one will be Sales Page Images. And I'm going to click Add to Collection or Add Collection. And now there aren't any images in that collection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go to Images Not in a Collection. And maybe these I'm using on a sales page. So I'm going to select these. And I'm going to add them to the collection, or I'm going to move them to, here we go, sales page images, right? Move to new collection. And so now I can actually go and find all of the sales page images in one place. All right, good. I'm glad that's helpful. Excellent. So yeah, we will be back here next week as always, and do again, make sure after Tuesday, you go in and you swap out the campaign on the landing page, filter for your weekly wellness tips people. Those are the people who are tagged with weekly wellness tips, and apply the April campaign to them. You could actually apply the April campaign to them today if you're ready. They're just not going to get anything until April, right? But do wait if you are actively promoting that landing page to swap out the campaign until after that final March message has sent, if you started doing this last month. All right. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, for allowing us to be a part of your incredible journey, making a difference out there in the world. We believe in what you do. We love what you do. And of course, we are excited to have you back this time next week. Till then, we will see you in the Facebook group and in the inbox. Have a great week, everybody.